You know, I gotta say, the 90s were something kind of special, especially when it comes to these B-level horror movies. Now, today we're talking about Species, which is, I don't know how this film did not get an NC-17 rating, but it didn't. But that's the 90s for you. We were a different type of kids. Anyway, so Species is about a team of ragtag specialists built of scientists, an empath, and a hitman who are hired by a private company to deal with an alien that they grew in the lab that escaped. So this movie, you know, nostalgia reasons, it has a place in my heart.
Oh, I remember Slimy?
Like I stated earlier, this is soft corn. So there's a lot of birthday suits in here from the women. There's some gore and there is a clumsy script. The one thing I do give this film is the creature design is pretty cool. But looking back on it and watching this again, that has its own level of racy aspects to the design of the creature. So the story is very clunky with nice pacing though. So you have a bunch of characters walking around and coincidentally, conveniently finding things to track down this alien. There's a number of times the alien tries to throw them off her trail, and yet they still, from pure luck's sake, keep finding her. And I'm just like, okay, a few times here and there, you can't help but have little conveniences happen throughout the movie, but the backbone of this movie is conveniency. And we have Dan here, played by Forrest Whitaker, who's the empath of the group, or should I call him Captain Obvious, because every time something blatant happens, he has to point it out. Like there's one scene where the alien runs out of gas in a car that she stole. She gets out and starts walking. Dan comes along and says, you know what? I think she got out and started to walk. And I think she walked in this direction. It was so like, duh. She abandoned the car. Yes, she did walk. And there's a number of times like that. There's also one instance where Madsen's character is talking to Dan, and Madsen's character is interested in this character, and Dan goes, she's interested, right? Even though we saw the chemistry between the two and how they were fawning over each other. This is one of those bad scripts that has to spell everything out for you. And it's just like, come on now. What are we doing here? But anyway, it was still a fun movie. This is one of the movies that I watched repeatedly on Skinemax, if you know what that is. That's where all the people went after 11 to find those videos that's close enough to a certain hub without getting in trouble. But I do have to give props to the practical effects team who built a good alien suit and the design. It was amazing. The only thing is the CG of that era did not hold up for this film in particular. I'm watching it, I'm like, ooh, yeah, they need to go back to rendering or compositing because this is not the thing. Overall, acting is pretty decent for a big budget horror B film, so there's that for it. So I'd have to give this film about a 2 out of 5 pumpkins. If you like semi-cheesy horror films, that stick to the 90s style editing and line delivery, hey, this is a fun one too. There's a couple of scenes. The pool scene is probably my favorite. Yeah, so that's it for this review. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.